Hey guys, I'm Becky from Book Bite Reviews, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is one that I've never done before, but I'm pretty excited to do so. As you guys know, or may not know, I do not do book hauls on my channel, and that's because I don't buy a lot of books. I primarily use my library, and when I do buy books, I buy usually like 3 or under. It's usually books that I have read and loved and want on my shelf because I use my library. So I usually include those in like weekly vlogs and things like that. But I still wanted to do some kind of thing, maybe library related, showing you some new books that I will be reading, something like that. So I thought it would be kind of cool for you guys to put books on hold with me. Now, there is a couple ways that I could do this. Number one, I could put physical books on hold with you guys through my library. But to be honest, I really don't do that in a way that is fun. I usually have like my monthly TBR set up, and then I go on my library catalog, put those books on hold, and that's it. There's not like a whole lot of like browsing and things like that I usually do. So I thought that wouldn't be very fun. There is Hoopla. The thing with Hoopla though is you don't put books on hold. You have immediate access to those books. So it would be more of like me looking to see what is newly added and then adding those to my wish list, which could be fun. So let me know in the comments if that is something you would like to see in the future, is a Hoopla video. But the one that I thought would be the most fun is to put books on hold with me on Libby. So Libby is ran through Overdrive. Libby is the app. So I will be using Overdrive's website, or for my library, it's called Download Destination. This way we can like browse through books. I haven't checked to see what's been added in like maybe 2 months because I wanted to make this video. So we'll be like going through, seeing what's been added, add stuff to my wish list, and then place some of those on hold. Because I think with Libby, you only get, at least with my library, I only get 10 books that I can put on hold at any given time. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay, so as you guys can see, we are on my library's Download Destination Overdrive website. I am already logged in and everything. So first, let's just look through and see what's on the main page. So first we have some Read Proud LGBTQIA+ picks. Let's go ahead and just look through this and see if there's anything cool that I haven't read or am wanting to read soon. Take a Hint, Dani Brown is on here. I do want to read that. You know what, let's open that up in a different tab so that I can remember to look at that later. I would like to listen to the audio, so this is the ebook. Okay, Six of Crows. I tried to read this book. I tried to read Shadow and Bone, I think, and I wasn't into it, which that is how some people are. I'm one of them. Just wasn't my jam. I then tried to read Six of Crows because people said that even if you didn't like the original trilogy, that you may like Six of Crows. And I started it. It was interesting, but I felt a little bit bored. I don't really like heist scenarios in books, movies, anything. So I wasn't really feeling it and decided to DNF it. But now I'm considering retrying it. So let me know in the comments if you think I should. I've kind of been wanting to because so many people say it's so great, but I don't know. Wayward Son. So excited. The next one is coming out very soon. I will be rereading Carry On because I picked it for book club, which I'm very excited about, but I don't think I'm going to reread this one. Ooh, Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. I have wanted to read this book. I never have. So that's another one that I would probably want to pick up on audio as well. So we will look at that later. Okay, so let's go ahead and look up Take a Hint, Dani Brown, and see if we do have it on audio. We do. Let's open this up real quick. Let's just make sure that this is the second book. Yep, book 2. So I'm going to add it to my wish list for now. The other one I wanted to look up was Aristotle and Dante. Again, we do So I'm going to put that on my wish list. All right, let's go back to the main page and see what else we can find. Okay, so we've got healthy feelings and relationships. Not interested. Spooky summer stories. I've heard this is really good. I'm going to add Ring Shout to my wish list. Let's see what other spooky summer stories we have, though. I need to remember to look up Riley Sager books. Ooh, The Only Good Indians. I've heard amazing things about this. Let's add that to my wish list. Also, anything by Grady Hendrix. I love Grady Hendrix a lot. Ah, yes, The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. If you have not read this, please do so. But just know, if you don't like gory horror, then you're not going to like this. So, okay, so I think that was everything in here. I do want to look up Grady Hendrix to see what all of his are on here. Oh, that's it. Okay, well, we'll add Horror Store because I do want to read that one. Then let's look up Riley Sager because there is only one book that's currently out that I haven't read yet, and then a new book comes out soon. And we don't have it on here. Okay, that's fine. I'm fine. It might be on Hoopla. The only Riley Sager book I haven't read yet is Final Girls, and then Survive the Night comes out at the end of this month, I think. So I want to read both of those in July. Let's go ahead and look at recently added, but let's start with audiobooks. So let's look at new audiobook editions. I don't know if this will include teen or not. We'll find out. Ooh, spoiler alert. I think I heard that was really cute. I'm going to add that to the wish list. I should probably tell you what these books are about. To be honest, most of them I don't know what they're about. The ones that we choose to put on hold officially, we'll read the description together and find out what it's about. I know that I'm not going to get to this yet just because I still have to read book 2, but we'll add book 3 to my wish list now just so I remember. Let's look at teen audio. Firekeeper's Daughter. Please read this book. It's amazing. Ember in the Ashes. I want to try this. These Violent Delights was really good. I can't wait for the next one. Ooh, Grown. This is a book that I recently bought. I know, a book that I have bought that I have not read yet. So I definitely want to add the audiobook because I've always listened to Tiffany D. Jackson on audio. They're always amazing. So let's add it to the wish list so that I can listen when I decide to finally read that book. Cemetery Boys. Oh, so good. Burn Our Bodies Down. I'm pretty sure that's a horror, if I'm not mistaken. So I will add that to the list. Okay, now let's look at the ebooks. So let's go ahead and look at my wish list and start putting things on hold. So right now I don't have anything out besides these 2 magazines. I like to read TV Guide to learn about new shows to watch. But they don't count towards it, so I have 6 titles that I can borrow. On my holds list, yeah, I can have 10. I have 2 on hold right now. So I have Burn For Me by Alana Andrews. This I was thinking of reading this month, but I think I'm going to push it to maybe July. And the ebook I can't get until probably July anyways. So that's fine. And then I do have A Court of Thorns and Roses. Yes, I own this. Yes, I've read it twice. But I was thinking of rereading the series that is out so far and annotating it. So it's a lot more fun and easier for me to annotate while reading An ebook? Okay, so let's look at my wish list and pick 8 books to put on hold. I don't even know like what I'm in the mood for. I guess these would be books for July or beyond. Really quickly, you guys can't see. At least I don't think so. No, you guys can't see, but I'm on my Goodreads really quick to look at my July TBR. Okay, so there are 2 things that I want to look up really quick before we go through my wish list. So I want to look up Kristen Shore. I think I already have it on my wish list, but let's just make sure because I want to read Fire. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's the audio. Oh, right here. Duh. Yeah, it's on my wish list and it's immediate borrow. So we'll wait till July for that. Then I wanted to look up Emily Howard. Nope, we don't have it. There's a book called The Beast of Beswick, which is a historical romance written by her, and I really want to check it out. It's supposed to be like a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Okay, so I think I want to place a hold on Grown. I'm going to make a list, but also Song Below Water because that's mermaids, it's summer. And Ember in the Ashes, it would be the perfect excuse to read it because I want to read it. The Only Good Indians. It says, follow the lives of 4 American Indian men and their families, all haunted by a disturbing, deadly event that took place in their youth. Years later, they find themselves tracked by an entity bent on revenge, totally helpless as the culture and traditions they left behind catch up to them in a violent and vengeful way. Oh, that sounds scary. That also sounds really good. Maybe Aristotle and Dante, because I feel like I'm not going to read it until I'm forced to, you know? Dear Martin, I want to read this so bad. Again, kind of need an excuse. The Foxhole Court as well. We are at 8. So let's put these on hold and talk about what they are about. So the first one I'm putting on hold is Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. This book is about a girl who wants to become a famous singer, and she ends up kind of getting groomed by this older musician, and he ends up being like really abusive. I mean, the fact alone that he is older than her and is grooming her, that's already terrible, but also he's abusive. So it sounds like an R. Kelly-esque kind of situation. He ends up getting killed, and all the evidence is pointing towards our main character who did it. But she also would have had a good reason if she did. And it's a Tiffany D. Jackson book, so it's a YA thriller, really well done. Well, I haven't read it yet, but I'm telling you, it's gonna be amazing. So we're gonna place it on hold. The website and the app are weird. They're like connected but not connected. And so on the app, I'm obviously set up for notifications through the app on my phone. Whereas on the website, the only way they can notify me is via email. Okay, I was going to show you us putting it on hold together, but then I realized it shows you my library card number. And while that isn't the worst thing, like you don't know my PIN, so it's not like you could place books on hold for me, whatever. I'm not going to tell you my library card number. Geez. So yes, it is on hold. There's the proof. Okay, next we are going to do A Song Below Water. So this is by Bethany C. Morrow. So it's a modern fantasy book about mermaids, black mermaids to be specific, and I'm pretty sure it talks about like they are out of the water, but like regular humans don't know that they exist. I'm pretty sure. And even within their society, I think there's still issues of like racism and things like that. And yeah, it's supposed to be like touching on racism and sexism, but also being a fantasy, which sounds great. So we're placing it on hold. So ta-da, it's on hold. Next is An Ember in the Ashes. This is by Sabaa Tahir. I want the audiobook. So this one is another fantasy. It's about an orphan girl who is fighting for her family and a soldier who's fighting for his freedom. I believe that it's also kind of like there's some kind of like competition. Yeah, the soldier is ordered to participate in a ruthless contest to choose the next martial emperor. And so for some reason, like they have to work together There's your proof on hold. Next is The Only Good Indians. So this one we've already talked about. You guys know what it's about. It's by Stephen Graham Jones. Oh, it's available right now. Okay, I'm not gonna borrow it now. I'm just gonna add it to my Goodreads list for July so that I will read it in July. Then we have Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. I want the audio. What is this book about? All I know is it's about two boys falling in love. Okay, so Aristotle is an angry teen with a brother in prison. Dante is a know-it-all who has an unusual way of looking at the world. When the two meet at the swimming pool, they seem to have nothing in common. But as the loners start spending time together, they discover that they share a special friendship. That kind that changes lives and lasts a lifetime. Oh, this sounds cute. Okay, yeah. Next, we have A Vow So Bold and Deadly by Bridget Kemmerer. This is the third and final book, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's the final book in the A Curse So Dark and Lonely series. The first one I really loved. The second one, though, I liked more than the first book somehow. And I have heard very mixed things on this third one, so I'm nervous to say the least. Then we have Dear Martin by Nick Stone. This is, I want to say that it's told in like a diary format. It's a boy writing letters to Martin Luther King looking for answers. So he is a really good kid. He's an honor student, but none of that matters when a police officer puts him in handcuffs. And then, last but not least, is The Foxhole Court. This one, we are going to have to read what it's about together. I think it's strange. I've heard a lot about this book and have been wanting to read it since. So, okay, we have Neil Jostin as the newest addition to the Palmetto State University XE team. He's short, he's fast, he's got a ton of potential, and he's the runaway son of the murderous crime lord known as the Butcher. Ooh. Signing a contract with PSU is the last thing a guy like Neil should do. The team is high profile, and he doesn't need sports crews broadcasting pictures of his face around the nation. His lies will hold up only so long under the scrutiny, and the truth will get him killed, but Neil's not the only one with secrets on the team. One of Neil's new teammates is a friend from his old life, and Neil can't walk away from him a second time. Neil has survived the last 8 years by running. Maybe he's finally found someone and something worth fighting for. Ooh, well, yeah, that sounds great. So here they all are. I doubt you guys need proof, but here it is. They're all on hold. And yeah, this was a lot of fun for me. I hope that you guys also had fun. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do this again. I could probably do this like, every couple months, put one up. And let me know if you want me to do it for other resources that the library offers, like Hoopla. But I definitely want to create more library content on my channel because I love libraries. I work at the library. I utilize the library a lot. I feel like the library needs a lot more publicity because a lot of people just forget about their library. So yeah, leave me a comment telling me if you want me to do more of these, any ideas that you guys have for future videos, and I think that is it. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, to please give it a thumbs up. Keep reading, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.
People say